everybody. We are continuing on with Master Math Mentor Section 8, and this time we're practicing how do we do these with equations of tangent lines. So we're going to take all the skills we just learned and we're going to apply it directly into finding equations of lines. Okay? So I am not going to be doing as many examples, but I will give you the answers to make sure you do understand what you should be doing. Okay? It's always good to do some extra practice just in case. All right. So when we talk about the equation of a tangent line, okay, so tangent line, we're going to need a slope. So we need an M and we need a point. Okay, so there's our point. We got that guy taken care of, but we need a slope. Okay, well, slope comes from a derivative. Okay, so remember, tangent line means the instantaneous rate of change at that moment in time. Okay, it's not an average, it's the instantaneous rate. So now I'm going to start by getting my slope. So I have f prime of x equals 9x squared minus 4x minus 1. So I write that out, and now what I'm going to do is plug in the x value. So this is written as f prime of 1. 1 squared, so I have 9 minus 4 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So my slope at that point is 4, which means I have y minus 2 equals 4 and x minus 1. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to do any more. You can move it into slope-intercept form, but again, where's your safe stop? Right there. Okay? Now, this one, I would multiply it out and do the exact same thing we did over here. Your final answer, if you've gotten everything right, is going to be y plus 3 equals negative 10, x minus 1. Over here, this is just a simple power rule, so we're going to rewrite it with bringing those to the top and go from there. If you've done everything correct, you'll have y plus 6 equals negative 4 times x plus 2. All right, so now let's talk about this guy. So the reason I'm picking this one is it's going to require quotient rule, and it has a horrible fraction in it, which we hate. So I got the point, but I need my slope, which means I'm taking the derivative. So I have f prime of x is the bottom, the derivative of the top, minus the top, the derivative of the bottom, over x squared plus 4, quantity squared. Now, this is perfectly fine because you need to understand, I'm really just trying to find the slope. I don't need to simplify it if I don't want to. Okay? So from here, 2 squared is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8 times 1, minus 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And so this one has a little bit more work. So I'm actually going to write negative 2, and I have 2 times 2 is 4, over 4 plus 4 is 8, squared is 64. So this is going to circle, so this is going to become 16 over 64, not sure why I wrote 16 twice, is 1/4. So that is my slope. You will be expected to do basic math skills without a calculator. So notice if I'm tired or I'm feeling maybe I'm getting a little sloppy, I'm going to take time to write those little notes to myself. So I have y plus 1/4 equals, remember that's how I got that, my slope, and then x minus 2. I'm going to do a safe stop and leave it there. Now, the next one we're going to have is this guy. And one of the things I'm going to throw at you at different times is the line normal. Okay? So you have to be ready when we talk about normal. That means perpendicular. Okay? So we know the opposite of perpendicular would be parallel. Now, this guy is going to be pretty straightforward. Once I get my f prime of 3, I get 3. But I need the normal line. So the slope perpendicular to that is negative 1/3. flip the sign and flip it over. So I have y plus 9 equals negative 1/3 x minus 3. Okay? Now, let's work this one together because this guy is obviously a little bit more scary. Okay? We have a square root of x. Yuck. We're going to have to do quotient rule. Yuck, yuck. So let's just get started. So f prime of x equals our bottom square root of x plus 1, derivative of the top minus the top, and then the derivative of this. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, I'm going to draw an arrow, and this is x to the 1/2 plus 1. If I take the derivative, I have 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 plus 0. Okay, so this becomes 1/2 square root of x. Okay, I did not try to do that in my head. I would have lost all of you guys. I took this over here, and then I took the derivative. Okay, so that way I could apply it a little bit easier. And then on the bottom, I have the square root of x plus 1. Notice you do have to have parentheses. Okay, so what does this now look like? Well, nicely, this is going to disappear, so this helps me out quite a bit. F prime of x equals, I have 6/2, which is 3 square root of x over, and then I'm going to leave this on the bottom. I don't really want to mess with squaring a square root. So if I put in 4, so there's my 4. Square root of 4 is 2 times 3 is 6. Square root of 4, 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. And I feel like I'm making a mistake in here, but we'll see if I can catch it in a second. Okay. So I've got this 2 6/4. Oh, sorry, y'all. This guy should be 3 over the square root of x. There we go. Again, I hope you caught me. Notice again, I'm just marking it out. And again, I'm using ink, but I usually use a friction pen or use a pencil. Please don't be writing in ink, especially for right now. So I have 3, or sorry, 3 over the square root of 4 is 2, and then this is 9, which becomes 3/2 times 1/9, which is 3/18, which is 1/6. So that's my slope. And there was a lot of work, and you can see there's a lot of places to mess up on, right? So if I write my problem, I'm going to have y plus 2 equals 1/6, or sorry, and this now I have to do the perpendicular, which is -6. So this guy is now -6, and then x minus 4. So you can see that was really complicated. How I could have solved this problem was by doing it on clean paper. That would have made a ton of difference for myself, okay? So where are our mistakes? First, make sure you're pulling to the side. Don't try to do too much in your head. If I had just done 6/2 square root of 4, I would have been fine. I tried to simplify and I got sloppy, okay? Over here, you're going to forget this part every single time. This is where everybody makes the mistake. They understand what it's asking, they're super excited, and then they drop off the perpendicular, and you just lost all your points. So please be on the lookout for things like perpendicular and normal, parallel, and make a big note on that test to make sure you don't mess that up. Okay? Best of luck writing your equation of tangent lines. Okay?